Fine, I'll do it.
Greetings and most humble salutations. Welcome to Kerbal Space Program. Hey, this is Jebediah Kerman. I love Jebediah. You love Jebediah. Today, yes we, but mainly I, will be attempting to design a vehicle that will go really fast. So what are the rules? After my countless minutes of research, I've compiled a set of rules which I believe is fair and within the spirit of this challenge. 1. The craft must remain on the ground and start on the runway. 2. The final speed is recorded the moment your craft becomes airborne. This goes in tandem with Rule 1. 3. The Kerbal must survive. However, your craft does not. And 4. No mods, or at least no mods that add additional parts or alter the game's physics engine. And of course, no glitches. Part clipping is fair game. With some additional searching, I've compiled these thresholds which we must aim to beat. Anywho, Cape Carnival. Meet Jeb 1. Jeb 1 is what the Cybertruck is to some grandma's 40-year-old Toyota Corolla that still functions perfectly. What that means? Well, I don't know. But it sounded good in my head. Jeb 1 wasn't good. And it's... Jeb 1 version 2 was even worse. What? Bro, Saka. Sombrero. Sunry. Dude, why did that happen? I still don't know to this day. Dude! Why? Why are you like this? Jeb 1 version 4, however... $786. Can we get to 800? I did, in fact, get to 800. So that was 823. So I cut the engines off a bit slow. Let's say 810. How about that? 810. That is really good for Jeb 1. Jeb 1? That is insane. That is, in fact, insane. With Jeb 1 alone, we've smashed the first 3 thresholds. And viewers, I offer my dearest, most sincere apology that I was not able to provide a narrative of sorts. I did not start from any beginning, nor did I slowly break each threshold one by one. But honestly, I don't care. Our goal is not to provide a compelling story. I'm here to beat the record and have fun trying. Anywho, the last and only threshold we have left is 850 meters per second, set by Martin Cetopants. And let me tell you, it was a bit of a pain. Dynamics, a branch of physics that studies the relationship between force and
motion.
Why is this relevant? Well, it's because our craft has force and
motion.
Anyways, we need to make our craft go faster. And thanks to Newton, who invented physics, we can apply Newton's second law, FMA, or force equals mass times acceleration. Force is what allows our craft to move. Mass is essentially how heavy our craft is. And A is acceleration, or how fast our velocity changes in a given time. How do we make our craft faster? Well, it's easy, right? Why don't we just add more rockets to increase the force of our craft? But aha, my dear viewer, adding engines will also increase our mass, not our acceleration. Any extra acceleration we will be able to achieve is pretty much negligible because it's essentially a one-to-one trade-off. Another simpler solution will be to decrease our mass, which we later do. Of course, this can't be done infinitely. At some point, we will reach a point where the mass that we have left is a necessity. Lastly, acceleration. This is a little hard to do. We can't really strap on more engines, don't forget about the extra mass. And pretty much the best way I found to achieve a higher acceleration is to add boosters. Now, with that in mind, allow me to present the next 10 straight hours of building and testing and 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 building. Jeb V2 was something else. Even after many attempts to redesign my craft, none of my vehicles could outperform Jeb V2 in both speed and stability. This beast can easily reach up to speeds of over 820 meters per second in about 80 to 90% of its runs. In fact, Jeb V2 is probably the evolutionary pinnacle of all my vehicles. Why? Well, let me show you a mashup of every Jeb V2 iteration, all of which were too unstable or not fast enough. Iteration 1. I clipped the side thrusters into the main chassis. It was decent, but the unmodified Jeb 2 was a bit more stable. 860s!
A pale boy, unblinking, staring into the lens. He opened his mouth and screamed one word. 6, 7.
Iteration 2. The horizontal wings were thrown away, and the side boosters were brought closer to the chassis. Inconsistent, unstable, and slower. Chip and I survived this! Yeah! Iteration 3. I replaced the side cones with longer and sharper tail cones. It should be more aerodynamic, right? Well, the performance was so-so. I had two other iterations, one with a V-tail and one with more boosters, both of which were mediocre at best. You get the point by now. Anywho, let me show you the absolute beauty that is Jet V2. 861. How is this still the superior design? 889. Oh my god. Holy. And finally, my max speed. $892. Okay, wait. I have to lock in. Yes. Okay. That was good. Okay, if we landed nose first, I think we would have died. Yeah, that was a brilliant strategy, using the wings and the engines at the back. Yo, that is insane. 892 meters per second. A new personal best. And a record. Now, I didn't reach my goal of 900 meters per second. But I was very, very close. Of course, there was probably some minor optimizations I could have done to increase my speed to 900, but I felt like 892 was good enough. Oh, and also Kerbal Space Program crashed right after that run, so... Oh. Is Kerbal gonna crash? Kerbal just crashed. I guess that's a sign from the universe. If you got this far into the video, I might as well give you a little treat. Originally, I had planned another KSP video where I would recreate a bunch of military aircraft with a bunch of mods. Anyways, I messed up the recording, and here I am, making a Kerbal land speed record video. Luckily, I had some clips saved through Metal, which I am playing right now in the background. Thank you very much for watching this video of mine. It would mean the world if you could like, subscribe, or even something as small as comment about the video or ways I can improve my content. I also occasionally stream on Twitch if you fancy that. Anywho, I'm Rigbar Digdog signing off, and I'll see you in the next one.